It's time for the KQEG-TV High School Game of the Week. Now, the West Salem Panthers open their conference season against the Holmen Vikings. The KQEG-TV High School Game of the Week made possible by our sponsors, like Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning. Your comfort is their business on Southwest 2nd Avenue in Onalaska. Citizen State Bank, a banking experience like no other, with locations in La Crosse and Onalaska. Schumacher Kish Cremation and Funeral Services in La Crosse, La Crescent, and Onalaska. Boyer's Furniture, quality furniture at affordable prices on South Avenue, La Crosse. American Family Insurance and your agent in West Salem, Jim Quinn. Advance Cargo, shipping locally and around the world in downtown West Salem. Union State Bank of West Salem, where customers and community come first. The University of Wisconsin-La Crosse, surround yourself with distinction. Surround yourself with UWL. Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill on Leonard Street in historic downtown West Salem. Allied Cooperative in Tomah, West Salem, and Arcadia. Big Boar Barbecue. For the best barbecue, make it Big Boar Barbecue on Highway 16, West Salem. West Salem Pharmacy, your Health Mart pharmacy, caring for you and about you. Highway 16, West Salem. Pizza Corral. Round up the family and head for Pizza Corral in Holmen. Interior Design. Flooring or cabinets for your home or office at Interior Design in Holmen. And Premier Spine Health and Injury. Get back in the game with Premier Spine Health and Injury in Holmen. Now let's go down to the field at KQEG's Carl Greenfield and Art Fay. It's time.
Welcome everyone to Empire Stadium here at Holmen High School, where we have got a opener in the Mississippi Valley Conference game. The Holmen Vikings hosting the West Salem Panthers. Hi everyone, this is Art Fay along with Carl Greenfield. We've got Luke on camera tonight, and we've got a team here coming in 0-2 from the West Salem Panthers. For the Holmen Vikings, they are 1-1, both non-conference games, and should be a good game here as teams wrap up their non-conference play and get into the conference.
Yeah, the West Salem Panthers come in after a couple of tough losses against some good teams. They lost to Ellsworth last week on the road. Always a tough game to go that far on the road. It's about 3 hours from here. And then losing at home week 1 against GET, their former conference foe in the Cooley Conference back in the day. And GET, as we know from the Cooley region, one of the finest football programs you can come up with.
They are tough. They are tough. West Salem comes in, and they're going to be led by their quarterback, and he's done a lot of running, a lot of passing, and that's number 12, Justin Barney. Justin Barney, he also does some punting for him. He's kind of their all-around guy.
The Swiss Army knife of sorts.
Yeah, I heard you say that before.
You know, it reminds me of Ryan Byrne from a few years ago. Ryan Byrne, now at UW La Crosse, the quarterback, kicker, punter, whatever you want him to be.
Wide receiver, yeah. Yeah, and he's a kid they're going to be using quite a bit tonight. But, you know, they also turned to C.J. McConkey, but, you know, their guy that they really go to, Carl, is Therick Roberts. He played in the first game. He had 100 yards. He was out last game, so he's still sitting on 100 yards, but their coaches are telling us he's going to play tonight.
Yeah, and Therick Roberts is a big back. He's very strong, skilled in the passing game too. You know, he's get him out in the flat, get him the ball, get him in some space. He's not your prototypical big back that just pounds between the tackles. He's got good open field speed too. So you mentioned C.J. McConkey, only a sophomore, stepping in to kind of fill the void that Therick Roberts left last week. But, yeah, Therick Roberts, good to have him back for the West Salem Panthers and Coach Justin Yen.
These Holmen Vikings, they come in. We've seen them once in the opening game, and that was against Chippewa Falls, which they won. They lost last week to Menominee, a ranked team in Division III. And when they come into this game, Carl, one, they feature their defense. They've got a great defense.
Always have. You know, that's one of the things that the Holmen program has been known for over the years. Good ground and pound game. They're gonna feature a handful of different backs out of that split wing formation. Jaden Abraham, senior, Brett Holden, the senior. Kind of a thunder lightning sort of thing. Yeah. Jaden Abraham, great outside speed, outside the numbers. And then you've got Brett Holden, the fullback, between the tackles. He gets those hard-earned yards in the trenches. But don't discount, just like Therick Roberts, don't discount his open field speed as well.
And they complement that with Nathan Novella, and he's a pretty good, strong fast back that they mixed in there. And then you throw Cameron Weber in there, and Weber carries the ball a good share of the time.
And he's a multi-talented quarterback. He's thrown a couple of touchdown passes this year, but he's also been effective on the ground. The 56 yards in his first 2 games, so they can sprinkle in a lot of different guys. You and I were here 2 weeks ago when they pretty much dominated from opening kickoff to the end against Chippewa Falls. They struggled last week, had 6 or 7 turnovers against Menominee, and as we know, the Menominee football program, as good as it is, you can't turn the ball over, and
that whole conference is
that's
tough.
what really killed them. And that Big Rivers Conference, that's been tough for all of these Cooley Region schools. The Central Red Raiders found themselves on the losing end to Eau Claire Memorial. The Logan Rangers lost one of their Big Rivers games. So it's always been a tough cross-conference rivalry. And La Crosse and Eau Claire, those areas are oftentimes compared to each other, and it's kind of a little bit of a comparison between those two.
Yeah, they always have been.
There's pride in the two areas. They're both boasting universities in the UW system. So,
all right. Both teams are back on the field. We are very close to the kickoff. We're going to take a timeout and be right back after this on the KQEG High School Game of the Week.
No matter where you are, it's easy to find Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning.
Schneider Heating, La Crosse.
Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning. Here you are.
Right now, get over $1,700 in rebates and utility credits with your new Carrier Infinity Heating and Cooling System.
Call or visit us online to ask more about our Gold Star maintenance program.
Schneider Heating, West Salem.
Schneider Heating around West Salem. Here you go.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning.
From the bluffs to the river, surround yourself with
knowledge,
competition, the arts,
friendships.
Surround yourself with distinction.
Surround yourself with UW La Crosse.
Not every game's a winner, but if you want to turn that frown into a smile, stop by Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill in West Salem for delicious post-game food. Their homemade 16-inch unlimited topping pizza for just $12 will put a smile on everyone's face. Stop in on Taco Tuesday or Wednesday for $2 burgers. Open every day at 11 a.m. with great lunch specials. For 40 years, Hunter's has had a rich tradition of serving the families of West Salem with great food at reasonable prices. Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill, Leonard Street and downtown West.
Premier Spine Health and Injury in Holmen has opened a new state-of-the-art chiropractic facility in Holmen. They offer a specialized exam and specific plan to deal with your pain.
Whiplash, concussions, TMJ, carpal tunnel, even headaches and migraines. We work to relieve the pain caused by these symptoms so that you can get back to doing the things that you love.
Set up an appointment today. Your first visit is only $39 and it's donated to the charity of your choice. Call or stop by Holmen's Premier Chiropractic Office, Premier Spine Health and Injury at 814 Main Street in Holmen. Premier Spine.
Welcome back to Empire Stadium here in Holmen, where the Vikings will be receiving the opening kickoff. West Salem Panthers in the white jerseys tonight with the red and black trim. Vikings will be in the dark uniforms. National anthem performed tonight by Savannah Horseman. She's a Miss Wisconsin Outstanding Teen right here from Holmen, and she did a great job representing the state at the competition. About ready to kick off. Jaden Abraham will be deep for the Vikings, the speedster we've seen, and here we go. 3-step kickoff, and Abraham takes it at the 15, crosses the 25, got a little bit of running around. Look out, nobody's going to catch Abraham.
Oh my goodness.
He's off. TD on the opening kickoff.
Well, that's a way to start it off. Just that we got the smoke from, I don't even know what.
Somewhere in the student section, it went off. But
oh, it's like baby powder or something. I just saw a student toss it up in the air, a la LeBron James.
Abraham taking it about the 15-yard line, and off he went. He got a couple of blocks, and by the time he got to midfield, there was no question he was going to go the distance.
Well, that's a way to electrify the crowd to start the game. Brecken Turner on to attempt the extra point.
Down, and that one, that was a miss
kick.
Yeah, I think something with the handle there, but so the extra point is no good, and just like that, Vikings up 6-0 here to start this contest.
My goodness. We talked about Abraham's speed. We didn't think we'd see it in the open field that quickly.
Well, I was watching his mom and his granddad. They just showed up here, Patty, and
I think they're probably a little bit excited.
I would think. And Abraham, we talked about him the first game. He qualified for the state track meet in a couple of sprints, and he just showed why he did. Wow. So off we go. Holmen 6-0. And that only took about 12 seconds to happen.
Now, something to look at with both of these teams with their kickoff and kick return units getting going right away, a lot of the personnel tends to be the same. So I wouldn't be surprised to see either a mishandled return or some sort of mishap from West Salem, or a big return from West Salem because guys are a little bit gassed and maybe they're not covering their lanes properly.
Well, Brecken Turner will kick off. He's got a big leg.
We got a whistle early. I think we had some offsides.
Yep, that's what they're indicating.
So they're going to push it back 5 yards. It looked like that kick was headed to the far sideline out of bounds too. So either way, we were going to see a penalty flag. You can't beat the kicker to the ball.
And somewhere on the far side of the field, that happened.
Yeah, it looked like the second or third man in from the far sideline.
Holmen Vikings are coached by Travis Kowalski. West Salem Panthers, it's Justin Jen. .73 degrees at kickoff. Long shadows coming up. Sunset happens just before 8 o'clock tonight.
Perfect evening for football again. We were here 2 weeks ago, and it was another beautiful evening.
Turner with a line drive taken at the 24-yard line. And then he's going to be tackled at just about the 39. That return by number 41, and that's C.J. McConkey.
We mentioned him in the opener. The sophomore running back, good size, 6 foot, 180 pounds. We mentioned Therick Roberts, 5'11", 195. He's their featured back.
And last week, in their loss against Ellsworth, Roberts didn't play. And that's something they lost in the backfield. Even when it looks like Roberts isn't out there right now. So McConkey will be the featured back, and we got another penalty flag in the backfield.
We had a Wildcat look there. Or no, that's Noah LaFleur. the sophomore quarterback. I saw number 25 and I got thrown off there. Justin Barney was lined up at wide receiver coming across the formation. So maybe a little trickeration to start the game, but a penalty flag instead.
LaFleur will work it out of the gun.
And we mentioned Justin Barney being multi-talented, and here he is coming across the formation again in motion. LaFleur gets a couple yards, and that's it.
Swarming defense gets it across the 35, just shy of the 36-yard line.
We've got an official's timeout. One of the Holmen players has an issue with his helmet. That's number 57, Jaden Nesseth, senior defensive lineman. Getting that sorted out.
So that brings up 2nd down and 13.
Well, nice of the umpire to help him with his jersey, too. His jersey had pulled up over his shoulder pads, so everybody looking out for each other out there.
Second down and long. LaFleur looking to his right, a little down and out pattern. Out of the reach of number 10, that's David Latos. Latos, one of the favorite receivers for the West Salem Panthers. That'll bring up 3rd and 13.
And Noah LaFleur went 4 for 6 last week for 33 yards and an interception. So limited in the passing game, but contributed a couple of rushes as well. So a changing of the guard at quarterback.
Lato split wide to the right along with Austin Siever.
Yeah, those two with some big targets. Blitz coming off the edge, and the receiver fell down.
Little down out pattern. Dumars is the intended receiver, but he lost his footing, so he'll bring up 4th down in a punting situation.
A tough first series there for the West Salem Panthers.
Justin Jones, who's number 17, will be deep. And now he's standing at about his 30-yard line.
Very talented punt returner. Get him in some open space and look out.
Latos will do the punting. High spiral, yep. Nice punt all the way back to the 18-yard line.
I was watching Latos in warm-ups, and he was booming him up in the air. That's a nice punt. Really flips the field.
You know, Justin Jones is one of those kind of kids that could make a difference out there. He's just got that speed, and he's looking for that breakaway if he can ever get it on the special teams.
6'3", 180 pounds, good size for a wide receiver.
Well, the Vikings will come out. We expect to see Cameron Weber under quarterback number 5, senior. We talked about that before. Cameron had an injury that early in the season last year that knocked him out a complete year, a hip dislocate. But he's back and 100% tonight.
It's great to see him back and ready to go. There's Jaden Abraham again. And we got a penalty flag. This one's probably coming back.
That strung it out well by West Salem. Preliminary looks like a hold against the Vikings.
One of the things that's not talked about enough is people always look at penalties as, well, what did the offending team do wrong? A lot of times it's what the opposing team did right and forced them to hold or to block in the back or something. And in this case, you mentioned West Salem strung it out well, and I really think that was West Salem's defense forcing someone to hold to give their ball carrier an opportunity.
Now the Vikings, they do pass, but they don't do a lot of it. Much more of a running team. And Brett Holden, we talked about, number 44, he's the grind out back, and he gets it going straight ahead. Boy, the Panthers had that one picked out.
Got a couple yards on that one. Yeah, you mentioned their passing game. Isaac Elson, the 6'4" tight end, number 87, a big target in their passing game.
If you're just joining us, the opening kickoff taken all the way by Jaden Abraham, 85-yard kickoff return. It's 6-0 right now. Vikings with the possession. And they're going up the right side. And more power running there by Holden.
The way he keeps his balance after contact, one of the things that I've always been impressed with Brett Holden is just that ability to keep pushing the pile even when he's stopped initially.
So it brings up a third down. And we'll call it 9. Ball spotted at the 28-yard line. Tight formation. They're going to go 3 times to Holden, and we got another penalty flag on that one.
Be interested to see, if this is against Holmen. The play was nowhere near the line to gain. Wondering if West Salem would decline it.
Illegal shift, yep.
Ending this and forcing 4th down. It looks like they're going to take it.
Yeah.
Interesting decision here. If that were my decision to make, I would be forcing the punting unit to come out, although knowing how good the Holmen offensive line at this penalty and the punting unit will come on.
Yep.
I think that's the right decision. Like I said, I'm honestly surprised that was even considered.
So here we go. Holmen will punt this one away.
Brecken Turner, the kicker, also the punter. We've got another young man, Spencer Malone, who will handle some kicking duties as well, number 48.
So Turner punt this one away from about his own 25-yard line. And he
Good
got a pretty
rush.
good rush on him, yeah. Takes a Viking bounce and hops out of bounds at the 40 or just inside. And West Salem will get the football back.
Got to give Turner credit on that one. That's a pretty good kick considering the rush in his face. Able to get some good distance on it, not get it blocked.
One of our sponsors tonight, Schumacher Kish Funeral Homes, who've been serving the La Crosse area for over 50 years. They've got traditional service or prearranged funeral plans. It's comforting to know they'll be there when you need them. They've got locations in La Crosse, La Crescent, and on Alaska. Great family business. All right, 1st and 10. Ball went out at the 44, so Panthers looking to get into the end zone here with some good field position.
That spread formation, one of the bread and butter options of the West Salem offense.
When they had this offense last week too, Carl, they went to about 6 different running backs to try to make something happen, with Eric Roberts out. They just don't have that go-to person. They were looking for somebody to do a breakthrough.
Had the wrong game ball out there, it looks like. Because each team provides their own offensive game balls. A lot of people don't realize that.
The floor, little screen pass, it was popped up and it'll fall incomplete.
That's a quarterback's worst nightmare when it's tipped at the line of scrimmage by one of the defensive linemen, because that usually results in an interception. As a Bears fan, I watched Jay Cutler do that way too many times. The guy was 6'3", but he couldn't get it over an offensive line or defensive lineman to save his life.
Yeah, the old joke, name the 4 best quarterbacks the Packers have ever had.
Yep.
Cutler made it. Yeah.
Rodgers, Favre, and Cutler.
Cutler, yeah. Here's McConkey, and he gets some running room across midfield. A nice pickup on a 2nd down play.
Give him a gain of 6 on that one. 3rd and very manageable now at midfield.
Third and 4. Onalaska is ranked in Division III. They're number 5 going into this weekend's round of play. Onalaska, Holmen, Central, all teams that are looked for to be challenging for the conference race.
I think this is one of the best years the MVC has ever had as far as talent goes.
There's LaFleur. Pass is complete out in the flat. It goes to number 12, Justin Barney. So Barney moving from a quarterback to a wide receiver position. First down at the 40.
Looks like a gain of 10. First drive that West Salem's been able to really move it against Holmen.
David Lados going wide to the right this time. And an option play to McConkey out here on the far side, and nice defensive play.
That is a great play by Mason Hammis. Not a big kid, 5'8", 140, but he stayed in his lane and he kept the outside contain intact and was able to make an ankle tackle on the much bigger C.J. McConkey.
So no gain on the play. Ball still right at the spot of the line of scrimmage. Second down at the 40.
So based on what we've seen so far, Therick Roberts is active in name only this evening.
Yeah.
We've been seeing exclusively C.J. McConkey in the backfield.
LaFleur, a little down and out, and they're going to throw a flag on that one.
Got there just a little bit early. Caleb Model on the coverage. And probably a good call there. Holman's arguing that it was tipped at the line, and I see Travis Kowalski along with Adam Quam arguing that point.
Yep.
They're going to stick with the call.
They are. Caleb Madel is one of the young men, too, that you'll see on occasion carry the football. Somebody gets hurt, he comes in that rotation on the offensive side. He's an all-conference defensive back. So the penalty brings up a first down, and it moves it down to the 20, just inside the 25-yard line. Throw hands off to McConkey, and boy, he's greeted at the line of scrimmage. Yep.
Maybe got a yard out of that one.
Dylan Langer greeted him first.
Senior defensive lineman, saw him trot off the field in the rotation.
I think it was Nick Mertz getting in there too to help with that tackle. So no gains, 2nd and 10. You know, West Salem is a well-coached team. Come in here, and they're always competitive in this conference after they moved out of the Cooley into the MVC.
A keep by LaFleur, and looked like he was going to be stopped for about a 4-yard loss. Turned it into a gain.
Therick Roberts into the lineup right now, Carl. It's the first time we've seen him tonight. Let's see if he works it a little bit. 4-yard pickup, 3rd and 6, ball at the 21.
Austin Sevier bringing the play in from the sidelines. Senior wide receiver number 2.
Going to his right, little curl pattern, and it's complete. That's Lados with a catch. Looks like he's short of the first down. Nope, they're saying it's good. So it is a first down.
That's a case of knowing right where the sticks are. He needed 6 and he got 6.
So 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. Panthers with a nice offensive series right now.
Sustained drive, and that's always a killer for defenses when you got to stay on the field as long as they have. Roberts with his first carry and nowhere to go.
Catching Roberts was Drake Shams.
Drake Shams, a multi-talented player. He's the holder on field goals and PATs.
Yeah, that's a little different.
Not often you see a defensive lineman as the holder. But great confidence in his hands and his ability.
Loss of a yard, 2nd down 11. LaFleur looking back to his left. And
Great
it's complete.
read.
The loss on the play.
That's Dylan Westcott, the senior linebacker, made the tackle in the backfield.
It's caught by Dumars. Actually a loss of a couple. So the Holmen defense getting tough. We got 3 minutes, 50 seconds left in this first quarter.
It's one of those screen passes that you wish he would have dropped.
Yeah.
Defense right on top of him.
3rd down and 14. Ball spotted back at the 19. They go different directions with who they like to throw to. Lados is on the left, Severe on the right now.
Safety drifting over. We got triple coverage here. Oh my goodness.
He caught it, Severe.
What a catch.
Wow. He threw that up there only where Severe could get it. And he got a 19-yard touchdown out of it.
As soon as I saw the safety creeping over with Justin Jones, I thought, is he really going to throw this ball into triple coverage? Because Severe was out on an island.
Yep.
And then the corner and another one of the defensive backs had bracket coverage on him, and then the safety coming back over. I thought there's no way, and this one's going to get picked off.
And the extra point is good. So the Vikings, with that 19-yard touchdown pass, got themselves a lead in this first quarter. I'm sorry, yes. The Panthers got themselves a lead, 7-6. 3:15 left in the first quarter. We'll take a break and be right back after this on the KQEG High School Game of the Week.
You want barbecue, but she doesn't? What do? Hi, Jerry here at Big Boar Barbecue. We know not everyone wants barbecue. That's why we feature so much more, like our fried chicken, Philly steak sandwich, meatloaf, great burgers, salads, wraps, and more. So keep feasting the family, stop in and try something from our extensive menu. It's so much cheaper than a divorce. Big Boar and more, Highway 16 West Salem.
Just come on down for the best food in town at Big Boar Barbecue.
Yeah, it's a mouthful. You want
The change will be dramatic. Give your kitchen a tasteful surprise, a custom designed backsplash from Interior Designs. Enjoy the beauty of ceramic tile framed by your cabinetry. Designs that are not just easy on the eye, but easy to maintain as well. Whether you have a taste for porcelain, stone, glass, or metal, our menu of designs can cover it all. Add beauty and value to your home. See our design specialists at Interior Designs, Holmen Drive, Holmen.
From Interior Designs.
West Salem Panthers jump ahead 7-6 and ready to kick off. Panthers in the white jerseys against these Holmen Vikings. There's a line drive kick that'll go down to Abraham. He picks it up at about the 9-yard line. Again, going the right side of the field. Look out. Abraham's broke loose before. Good return. Out at about the 44-yard line, it looks like. So another good return by the senior.
We saw him break the opening kickoff off for a touchdown. And this one, another good one, a gain of about 35 yards, giving the Vikings good field position here.
Well, I know Grandpa and Grandma and Patty Abraham, she just turned around, gave a thumbs up. She always holds her breath. She's always afraid he's going to get hurt.
Well, That is always a concern, but he's a tough young man.
1st and 10. Weber with the football. He's got a little bit of running room. Picks up about 8 before he's run out of bounds.
Good read option there from Cameron Weber. Second and 2, good all the way across midfield now.
This goes to Holden, and the big back grinds it out for a first down inside the 45.
Call it 3 yards on the gain. If you need a couple of yards, Brett Holden will give you 3.
He's very consistent that way.
If you need 4, he'll give you 6. It's just his ability to keep that body moving.
You know, and most of the time we see him running between the guards. There's Abraham again. And he's close if he hasn't got it, a first down and a flag at the end of it.
It's what looked like it might have been a horse collar tackle. Somebody got the back of his jersey, but they let go. I don't know if they're going to keep the call there or maybe something different.
Face masks of some kind. Calling against West Salem.
So that's going to tack on to the end of the run.
You know, we saw these Vikings against Chippewa Falls. You know, they had a good combination going. Holden and Abraham. Abraham would be picking up 8-9 yards. Holden would be picking up 4-5 at a given time. And then Navallo every now and then would chip in a pretty good chunk of yardage in that opener for these Vikings. 1st and 10 at the 30. Holden at the bottom of that pile, and he picks up what we call that 6.
It's his 5th carry of the night. 21 yards for him.
And we are still in the first quarter. It's 7-6.
About a minute and a half to go.
Panthers leading. 3rd game of the year for both these two teams, and first in the conference play. Weber keeps it. And he's going to be very close if he hasn't got a first down.
I think he's got it. They're moving the sticks. Weber with a gain of 4 there.
You know, it's not even a triple option. It's that 4 quadruple option that this Viking team works with.
And they do a lot of this, too, where they'll send a man in motion, stop him dead, and change up the play at the line.
There comes Navala. You know, he and Abraham do that same kind of play, those wide runs and look for their blockers.
Give him 5 on that one. First carry for Nathan Navala.
That brings up 2nd and 5 down at the 14-yard line. Abraham going right up the middle. He dives ahead for a couple.
Now right here, the Holmen Vikings have run the ball on every single offensive play. Do not discount the presence of Isaac Elson, the tight end, or even Adam Quam. Got that double tight end set.
They're coming to the sideline because we're going to
pass across the middle.
Yep. We've come to the close of the first quarter. It is 7-6. West Salem leading these Holmen Vikings at Empire Stadium in Holmen. We'll be back right after this on the KQEG High School Game of the Week.
Not every game's a winner, but if you want to turn that frown into a smile, stop by Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill in West Salem for delicious post-game food. Their homemade 16-inch unlimited topping pizza for just $12 will put a smile on everyone's face. Stop in on Taco Tuesday or Wednesday for $2 burgers. Open every day at 11 a.m. with great lunch specials. For 40 years, Hunter's has had a rich tradition of serving the families of West Salem with great food at reasonable prices. Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill, Leonard Street and downtown.
Spine Health and Injury in Holmen has opened a new state-of-the-art chiropractic facility in Holmen. They offer a specialized exam and specific plan to deal with your pain.
Whiplash, concussions, TMJ, carpal tunnel, even headaches and migraines. We work to relieve the pain caused by these symptoms so that you can get back to doing the things that you love.
Set up an appointment today. Your first visit is only $39 and it's donated to the charity of your choice. Call or stop by Holmen's Premier Chiropractic Office, Premier Spine Health and Injury at 814 Main Street in Holmen. Premier's.
Welcome back to Empire Stadium. Third down coming up. Ball is spotted at the 11-yard line for the Vikings. Third down and about 3. You know, and Carl, the Vikings, if they don't get this, they've got the option of field goals because Turner is a good field goal kicker.
Or Malone.
Either one.
You know, most teams at the high school level are searching for one viable kicker. The Holmen Vikings have 2.
Handoff goes to Novella coming over from the right side, and he's got the first down.
Going to be first and goal now.
All those options they got going, and Novella comes through just off tackle, and he dives ahead enough for the first down. So first and goal.
Spotted at about the 5-yard line.
This is kind of Holden territory here.
Well, they're spotted at the 7, excuse me.
Option pitch back to Abraham, and he's got the corner. Aiden Abraham, just at speed. He's got it. He saw the corner, and nobody was going to catch him again. His second touchdown of the night.
They had a botched first PAT on the first touchdown, so see what the decision is here. They're going to go ahead and kick it, looks like. And it's Brecken Turner. Once again with Drake Shams, the holder.
And another block.
That one was tipped. Yeah.
No good. So they'll probably be working on that this coming week. So 12-7 with the touchdown by Abraham going in from 9 yards out. American Family Insurance and your West Salem agent, Jim Quinn. See Jim for protecting what you've achieved. You can dream fearlessly. Jim is your star certified American Family Insurance agent at 23 East Hamilton Street in West Salem. American Family Insurance agent, Jim Quinn. Other games around the area that are being played tonight. They've got Aquinas hosting Fenimore.
Rick Wilson over there.
Yep, carrying our other game there. Sparta coming in looking really tough this year. They're at Logan tonight. And Central is on the road against Toma.
Sparta putting up 70 week 1 against Black River Falls. Set a school record for points in a game.
Was that what it was? Wow.
And that was a lot of reserves playing the second half of the game too. Sparta making that playoff run last year after never reaching the playoffs.
Ball taken by one of the up backs. Now the far side of the field, he'll go up to about the 25-yard line, and that's where these Panthers will start early in the second quarter.
That was Jack Haley, number 83, the sophomore receiver, taking that return.
Well, lights are on. Sun is down over the bluffs. We had a great shot that Luke got it for us earlier tonight. You know, it's still, everything's green, but by the end of this season, we'll see.
We're going to see some colors soon.
Yeah, lots of colors.
It's starting to feel like football season outside. Got those cool mornings with the dew on the grass.
The Panthers had a steady drive that was about 60 yards to get their first touchdown of the game. Here's
an acrobatic catch by Austin Severe to seal that one. Oh,
there's a horse collar.
There's a horse collar. That's an easy call.
Justin Barney with the reception.
Gain of about 13 before the penalty.
But with the penalty, it'll be a first down.
Travis Kowalski arguing that he got a chunk of the back of his jersey and he didn't have his hand inside the shoulder pad, but
well,
that argument's not going to fly.
No, he might be partially correct, but I think it did get in there.
It was certainly a violent-looking play. That's really what you're just trying to avoid is injury. That's why those are penalties.
The ball goes right to the midfield stripe. There's McConkey, spins, and he got about an 8-yard pickup. Nice run by the sophomore.
Really like McConkey, not only just his size, but his agility. We saw a couple spin moves on that run. Young running back with good vision. I'm really digging the socks on Noah LaFleur. The black with the orange stripes up the sides.
And they go right to his knee.
About the only one on West Salem with him. Makes him unique.
Conkey up the middle, and this time he's only going to get back the line of scrimmage. Gang tackled. At the bottom of that pile is number 66, Caden Banks. Big kid, 6'4", 245.
A lot of good size on this Holmen team. They say there's something in the water here.
Yeah, I'm sure they get into the weight room. Amongst everything else they do. So a little bit of a loss on the play. 3rd down and 4, yard loss. LaFleur looking left and in and out of the hands of Barney. They'll bring up a 4th down. It'll be interesting, see what they do.
Broke a string of 4 straight completions for LaFleur. And it looks like a personnel change coming out with the punting unit. Don't be surprised to see a fake on this part of the field.
They got Lados back there who's got a lot of speed.
Justin Jones deep to receive for Holmen.
Good snap. And I got a knuckleballer. Takes a West Salem bounce. Inside the 10-yard line.
Nice punt by Lados to pin him deep. Holmen's got a long way to go for their next drive.
Another one of our sponsors tonight is Allied Cooperative. The products you need from the people you trust, all close to home. From feed and grain to LP and refined fuels to Ace Hardware and Cinex, Allied Cooperative. Now, that's something to cheer about. Thanks for being on board tonight. You want to miss UWL football, that's coming up.
They start tomorrow.
They do, against Concordia. There's Abraham coming our way, and he only gets a couple on that one. Concordia, the Cobbers.
I like it.
Going to be on KQEG 7 p.m. on Tuesday night, where you can see the stream.
2:30 tomorrow afternoon, I believe the opening kickoff is. Is that right?
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock?
1 o'clock.
I was making that up off the top of my head. You caught me.
3-yard pickup, 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, I think about the Division I games a lot.
Oh, yeah.
We start at 2:30.
Uh-oh.
Ball's out.
Well, Salem says they have it, and they're right. Oh, a big turnover for the Panthers.
So after the punt, 2 plays, and now incredible field position for West Salem. Down by 5.
Wow. This will be
Golden
interesting.
opportunity.
It will be. It's the ball at the 11-yard line. So see if the Panthers can capitalize on this.
So they can technically get a first down without scoring. Just outside the 10-yard line.
Quick pitch out to Roberts.
Only gains a couple.
Yep, big guy cut it back in. So about, let's see what the scoreboard says. It looks to me about the 8. It is.
2-yard gain on that one. You know, with the score the way it is and where we are in the game, I wouldn't be surprised to see this being a 4-down situation if they get to that point. You know, going for it on 4th down. Because even if you turn it over on downs, Holmen's pinned on their own 2-yard line or so.
They are. There's Roberts again, and the big guy Bulls ahead.
It's going to be close to a first down.
So it brings up 3rd down.
3rd and 3 or 4.
Yeah, they're saying as much as they're calling it 3rd and 4. At about the 5-yard line. You know, and we saw the extra point attempt that these Panthers did. So, I mean, they're well within a field goal as well if they decide to do that.
Absolutely. It's always good as a head coach to have some options so that you're not pigeonholed into one decision.
3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. They give it to Roberts, and he is tripped up in the backfield, so he's going to be short of the first down. Now the decision-making time.
I say go for it. To me, this is an easy call.
4th down, and we'll call it 2 from the 3-yard line. I think you're correct. We're talking it over on the sidelines, but I don't think there's much question they're going to go for it.
Because even if they turn it over on downs, Holmen's pinned in the shadow of their own goalpost, and they're going to take a timeout to think about it.
Yeah, Vikings, I think, are making that call. So with timeout on the field, Panthers deciding what to do on a 4th down play. It's 12-7 West Salem trailing the Vikings. We'll be back right after the KQEG High School Game of the Week.
You know Boyer's Furniture. We've been in business over 100 years selling quality furniture at budget prices. But who's choosing the furniture we're selling?
We picked out sofas, and more sofas.
We picked out love seats,
and more love seats.
We picked out recliners,
And more recliners. Dining room furniture.
bedroom furniture.
With buyers like these and USA brands like Ashley, Marshfield, and Best, you can't do better than Boyer Furniture.
I often hear from people that a bank is just a bank. Well, I encourage you to talk to our customers, our employees, or check out our reviews to find out why you can't live without Citizen State Bank. I also encourage you to stop in one of our offices, since the difference will be felt within seconds, and is why we are known to have one of the best cultures in the industry. So what are you waiting for? Why don't you stop in and check out what all the buzz is about?
We're back with a 4th down and 2 from the 3-yard line for the Panthers. They give it to Roberts. Oh, he's caught in the backfield. He didn't get it. Just trying to see. That looked like to me Carter Vetch, I think number 47, got to him first.
Well, it's a huge stop there. Now it puts a lot of pressure on your offense to just get some breathing room down on your own 3-yard line. The momentum of stopping them on defense obviously helps.
So the defense held, no gain on the play at a 4th down, and Vikings take over at their own 3. This is, we would think, Holden territory. Just hand it off to him, see what he can do straight ahead, and they're going to be expecting that. There goes Holden.
Give him a couple.
Second down
Maybe
and
a
long.
yard.
Yeah, maybe. So second down and long.
Marching band getting ready.
Yeah, we're down to
Perform their halftime show. Under 6 minutes to go. Pass. And that's Isaac Elson. First pass of the night from Weber. And his favorite target. And why wouldn't he be at 6'4"?
Yeah,
Give
he
him
is
17 yards there.
He's got pretty steady hands, too, when he sees that. He's done very well as a receiver for his limited time that the Vikings pass. Here's a pitch to Novella, trying to get the corner, and he's caught in the backfield. And here comes another flag from 2 different directions.
And we've got a Holmen Viking that's shaken up around the 30-yard line. It looks like he's getting up a little bit gingerly, but he's up.
Yeah, we might have 2 different calls here. We might have a hold, and I'm guessing there was like a horse collar call in the backfield.
It's possible, although that was one where it really looked like they got all jersey.
What he's going to call here when he comes out. Holding against the Vikings, and horse collar against West Salem.
Penalties will offset. I've always, that's always been one of my complaints against the rule book, is why would a personal foul offset with a common foul?
Oh.
They
do.
They do.
Yep.
But just your basic penalty can offset a personal foul, and I don't think that's right.
Now, one of the flags came from the backfield judge. The head official had the horse collar. The holding came from the backfield judge.
But I didn't write the rule book, so it's just the way it is.
They haven't been calling your house asking your opinion.
No, it's. I guess I'm left out of the loop.
Central at Toma tonight, that high-powered offense led by the Davis twins.
Boy, they're fun to watch.
Oh, they got so much offense, but they probably got a little bit of Achilles, showing that their defense has been giving up a lot of points too.
Put up over 60 against their defense the last time.
He's holding. Boy, he's still driving.
That's what I love about Brett Holden. I mentioned it before, and I'll say it again. His ability to keep the line moving.
Now, this drive started at the Viking 3-yard line. Ball out to the 30 now. 12-7 Holmen Vikings.
7 carries, 31 yards for Brett Holden.
Boy, he earns them, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Second down and a yard. Weber keeps it, gets it across the 35.
If they're able to sustain this drive themselves all the way to the end zone, that's going to be an absolute killer for the West Salem Panthers.
Cameron Weber, a 3-sport athlete, plays basketball, was on the baseball team, successful baseball team.
Excellent defender on the basketball floor.
He is. Here's Abraham coming up, cuts it upfield. Boy, the kid's finding some holes out there.
Got a flag flying from the back judge. See what the call is here. This might be all for naught. Block in the back.
A nice run by Abraham will come back. The sad thing about that is that the block came from an area that really had no bearing on the play.
Yep. And when you're officiating lower levels, a junior high or so, that's one of those calls where you don't toss the flag, but you immediately go and you talk to that player.
To the kid.
You tell him, that didn't have a bearing on the play, so I'm not going to call the penalty, but I need to let you know that you can't do that again. It's kind of one of those teachable moments. But we're looking at varsity football here. That's going to get called.
There's Abraham again. He's got a big hole to work with.
And he's got a blocker, too.
All the way across midfield, down to about the 43-yard line. Abraham's that big playback. Just gets out there, and he's got that speed, and he's got great vision as he goes downfield.
Give him 20 yards on that one.
So he's out of bounds. There's 4 minutes, 10 seconds left before we get to the halftime, and Vikings looking like they want to try to get this one in.
And Abraham's already up to 42 yards. Looks like the Panthers are going to take a timeout. 4 carries, 42 yards for Abraham, and
it kind of looks like he did
all
in
those
that first
all-purpose
game.
yards too. Over 100 yards just on a kick return.
Well, he was also at the very opening of the game, the opening kickoff, took back 85 yards for a touchdown. One of our sponsors tonight is the Union State Bank of West Salem, proud to support West Salem athletics. Union State Bank is a hometown community bank serving families and businesses in the Cooley region. For all your banking needs, Union State Bank, where customers and community come first. They're a member of the FDIC. A little bit of speedway action still going on at the Across Interstate Speedway. Knights of Destruction on Sunday night at 7 p.m. on KQEG's Knights of Thunder. Next week we got 2 great games. Lake Mills will be playing these West Salem Panthers. And the second game of that evening, these Holmen Vikings will be on the road taking on that high-powered offense of Central. So after a timeout by West Salem, Panthers looking at a 1st and 10 at the Panther 44.
Well, Art, you and I will be in West Salem for that one against Lake Mills.
I think Lake Mills is playing. I have to take a look and see what Lake Mills has already played. I thought a team of the MVC. So first down run by Abraham for 5. 2nd and 5 from the 39. Holmen, not a team that passes very often.
Well, they've thrown one pass tonight, Art. It worked, though.
Yep.
Got them the first down, got them out from their own end zone.
There's Weber keeping it. He goes ahead. And Weber gets about 3. So 3rd down and short. Last week, Holmen lost to Menominee by a score of 32-16. Menominee, tough team, ranked 7 in Division II.
Yeah, Lake Mills is playing on Alaska tonight. That's the MVC school you were thinking of.
That's what I was thinking. Thought I saw them somewhere here. 3rd down and 2. Holden goes ahead. He's got some big yards all the way down to the 30.
Now the clock is going to become a factor. They got to make sure, give themselves enough time to get into the end zone. But
well, again, these Vikings,
this drive has been going.
Yep, they've got a kicker, 2. We saw a 40-yard field goal out of Turner here 2 weeks ago.
Lake Mills coming out of the Capital North Conference.
There's Abraham, doesn't have any running room out of there, and he's still in bounds.
And that's a big deal, too. He was able to be contained in bounds, so clock will continue to run. Looks like no gain on the play for him.
Closing in on 2 minutes. Going without a huddle. Weber hands off to Abraham, spins out of 1 tackle, and then he's caught at about the 28.
By number 28, Brandon Lunn.
We got a third down now. And 7. Got to get down to the 20-yard line. We're at 90 seconds left in the first half. Weber calling it at the line. Rolling to his left. And he flips it out there to Elson. He's got it for a first down.
Nice play.
What a hard pass to go left and throw right.
The touch on that throw.
Yep.
Really impressed by Cameron Weber's ability to get it over the defenders, but right where his tight end was.
So we're in Turner's range now. Weber hangs on to the football up the middle, slipped 2 tackles, and finally brought down, but he's inside the 10-yard line. Yeah, we got a timeout.
Whistle. Holmen's going to take a timeout. 52 seconds to go.
So all the way down to the 9-yard line. And the Vikings knocking on the door. This drive, as we said, started back after a defensive stop at their own 3-yard line.
You know, I've been watching high school football for a long time, and this is one of the most impressive drives I've seen any team be able to sustain, especially coming into the end of the half with West Salem receiving the second half kickoff. That makes a big difference to be able to potentially get a score before halftime before you're giving the ball up to start the third quarter.
This would be quite a boost for the Vikings if they're able to do it. 52 seconds. And second down. And 2 from the 9-yard line. And now officials another whistle. This is a timeout by the Panthers. After seeing how the Vikings lined up.
You'll see that quite a bit.
Other game on KQEG TV tonight is Rick Wilson with the Aquinas Blue Golds hosting Fenimore at UWL. As you said, KQEG will also be out at UWL tomorrow when the Eagles open their season against Concordia. Mike Schmitz, I saw him earlier this week and asked him, is the team ready? He goes, we're going to use every day. We're not quite ready. We're going to use every day of practice here, and we will be ready. Concordia coming out of a conference that's fairly tough. They're playing lacrosse, and they turn around next week, they play Whitewater, so they're not backing off from their preseason.
Whitewater, known as one of the national powerhouses. UW Oshkosh, national title last year. The WIAC is a tough place to be, and Mike Schmidt has turned around this program to make it what it is, and they've turned into an excellent football program and an annual contender.
So a timeout by the Vikings, timeout by the Panthers. Here we go back at it, second down. Holden straight ahead. And he's still on his feet.
There's a lot of mess.
Boy.
And wow.
He's tough. An extra fight. He's got a first down, so first and goal. And this is, what do you think about the 4-yard line? Where are they parked?
They got him down at the 2, it appears.
Wow.
And the clock is ticking, which...
Yeah, watch Holden again. This is his kind of territory.
Makes no sense to give it to anyone else.
Oh, they piled it up. They just made that, stacked it up. Now they stop it. And another timeout. We got 27 seconds. Viking timeout. I think that's our last timeout.
I believe so.
So 27 seconds. It's a second down. And a couple of yards, and the Panthers just stacked it up there in the middle. Might want to think you do a little option play just to see if you can get around here with the speed they've got with the kids they've been working with.
Either Navala or Abraham around the outside.
Yeah.
Weber in his own right.
They would have to, if they don't get it, they'd have to get up there real quick.
Be able to get the ball set and snap it.
Yeah, because they really can't spike it. This is a third down play, or second down play. I guess it could spike it.
It could.
Yep.
Might see a Dan Marino fake spike.
That could be.
I don't know if that's in the playbook.
Ball at the 1 yard line. We'll see if they try to go for the power play again or not.
Stick with what got you here.
So Holden will line up directly behind Weber. They give it to Holden off the right side.
He's in.
He's in. So power play for Brett Holden on the right side between his guard and tackle, and he gets it in from a yard.
Brett Holden's first touchdown of the night.
The extra point attempt. Looks like the Vikings are going to go for two.
Well, after two failed PATs,
yeah,
makes sense to me.
So a 3 yard attempt here. And you got the normal cast of characters in the background with Weber under center, Holden, Abraham, and Navala. They're going with Holden, and he's not going to get it.
Nope.
The extra point attempt is no good. That makes it 18-7. We've got 24 seconds left in the half. So an interesting first half of football here. The Vikings scored 3 times.
It kind of puts a little damper on that drive just to not be able to capitalize and get the 2-point conversion.
Yeah.
But what an unbelievable drive by the Holmen Viking offense. Threw the ball once.
Wow.
Or no, excuse me, twice on that drive. But for a total of 28 yards out of that 97-yard drive.
That took almost 6 minutes of time.
Around about dozen to 15 plays on that drive. I don't have an official count on that, but.
Well, I'm sure the head coach for Holmen, Travis Kowalski, is telling his guys, don't let them run it back. Cover your lanes. And they do a squib kick with 24 seconds. When the up backs picks it up at the 24. And he gets to about the 32, 33-yard line. There the Vikings go back out on defense. Panthers, see what they do with 20 seconds left on the clock.
You don't really want to take any chances knowing that you've got the second half kickoff. I would just take a knee here and ride on it into the locker room.
Nolan LaFleur coming in from the sideline. Might be a simple handoff. Lados will go to the right. Severe is on his left. They decide to pass. Inside handoff to McConkey. And the big sophomore at the 35-yard line is stopped.
I think that's going to be the way the first half ends.
Clock is moving and nobody's making an effort to stop it, so we will come to the end of the first half. And the Vikings head to the locker room for the break, leading 18-7 over the West Salem Panthers. This game coming to you from Empire Stadium in Holmen. This is Art Fay along with Carl Greenfield. We got Luke on camera. And we are at the halftime. We'll be back right after this on the KQEG High School Game of the Week.
You know Boyers Furniture. We've been in business over 100 years selling quality furniture at budget prices. But who's choosing the furniture we're selling?
We picked out sofas, and more sofas. We picked out love seats, and more love seats.
We picked out recliners,
And more recliners. Dining room furniture.
bedroom furniture.
With buyers like these and USA brands like Ashley, Marshfield, and Best, you can't do better than Boyer Furniture.
You know Boyers Furniture. We've been in business over 100 years selling quality furniture at budget prices. But who's
The change will be dramatic. Give your kitchen a tasteful surprise, a custom designed backsplash from Interior Designs. Enjoy the beauty of ceramic tile framed by your cabinetry. Designs that are not just easy on the eye, but easy to maintain as well. Whether you have a taste for porcelain, stone, glass, or metal, our menu of designs can cover it all. Add beauty and value to your home. See our design specialists at Interior Designs, Holmen Drive, Holmen.
From Interior Designs.
No matter where you are, it's easy to find Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning.
Schneider Heating, Lacrosse.
Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning. Here you are.
Right now, get over $1,700 in rebates and utility credits with your new Carrier Infinity heating and cooling system.
Call or visit us online to ask more about our Gold Star maintenance program.
Schneider Heating, West Salem.
Schneider Heating around West Salem. Here you go.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning.
You want barbecue, but she doesn't? What do? Hi, Jerry here at Big Boar Barbecue. We know not everyone wants barbecue. That's why we feature so much more, like our fried chicken, Philly steak sandwich, meatloaf, great burgers, salads, wraps, and more. So keep feasting the family, stop in and try something from our extensive menu. It's so much cheaper than a divorce. Big Boar and more, Highway 16 West Salem.
Yes, come on down for the best food in town at Big Boar Barbecue.
Yeah, it's a mouthful. You want
Welcome back. It's halftime. 18-7 right now. The Holmen Vikings leading the West Salem Panthers, and the Panther team is in the locker room as the Vikings, and on the field, the Holmen Viking Band.
And the Holmen Viking Band led by Michelle Jensen. You can just see her at the foot of the drum major ladder in the black shirt there. Always does a fantastic job. A couple years ago, the Holmen Viking Band got new uniforms.
Yes.
And they've always sounded good. Now they look as good as they sound. Got brand new flags for the color guard as well. Getting a little Queen action going on with "We Will Rock You." So let's listen in. The Holmen Marching Band under the direction of Michelle Jensen. as the Holmen band sets up in front of their crowd to play the school song. We got a group of Pee Wee football players making their way out on the field. Get a little bit of action out on the varsity field. That's always a neat experience for them. Oh, they're playing some of their halftime show, Stairway to Heaven here.
Yeah.
But they're relinquishing the field for the Pee Wee players. So as they do that, why don't we take a short break, and we'll be back a little bit before the second half starts on the KQEG High School Game of the Week.
It's halftime on the KQEG TV High School Game of the Week. Tonight's game features the West Salem Panthers and the Holmen Vikings. We'll return with the second half of tonight's game after these messages.
No matter where you are, it's easy to find Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning.
Schneider Heating, Lacrosse.
Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning. Here you are.
Right now, get over $1,700 in rebates and utility credits with your new Carrier Infinity heating and cooling system.
Call or visit us online to ask more about our Gold Star maintenance program.
Schneider Heating, West Salem.
Schneider Heating around West Salem. Here you go.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning.
No matter where you are.
From the bluffs to the river, surround yourself with
knowledge,
competition, the arts,
friendships.
Surround yourself with distinction.
Surround yourself with UW Lacrosse.
Not every game's a winner, but if you want to turn that frown into a smile, stop by Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill in West Salem for delicious post-game food. Their homemade 16-inch unlimited topping pizza for just $12 will put a smile on everyone's face. Stop in on Taco Tuesday or Wednesday for $2 burgers. Open every day at 11 a.m. with great lunch specials. For 40 years, Hunter's has had a rich tradition of serving the families of West Salem with great food at reasonable prices. Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill, Leonard Street in downtown West.
Welcome back to Empire Stadium. This is Art Fay along with Carl Greenfield. We got Luke on camera, and the Vikings kicking off to start the second half, leading 18-7 over the West Salem Panthers. Ball taken at about the 12-yard line, coming our way. Slips a tackle, and then he's hit hard and brought down just shy of the 30-yard line. Closing out that first half, Vikings going a 97-yard drive, capped by a 1-yard run by Brett Holden to push their lead to 18-7. 3 times on the extra points have failed. 2 kicks, 1 running play, and that gives them their 18 points. Started off this contest with an 85-yard kickoff return on the very first kickoff by Jaden Abraham.
The bugs are starting to attack us here in the booth.
They found us.
They found the lights is the problem.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10 at the 27. And up the middle across to the 31-yard line on the first down play by the Panthers.
Therick Roberts with the carry. He was pretty quiet in the first half for being as good of a rusher as he is. Only had 4 carries, grand total of 7 yards.
In the first game, he had 100 yards. That was against GET. And a touchdown. This time we go 3 wide receivers to the right. 2nd down and 6. Roberts again up the middle. This time the guy goes to the 37. That'll bring up 3rd and short.
Good run there by Therick Roberts.
Actually 4th and short here now.
No, you were right the first time.
Yep, 3rd and short.
About 3rd and 2. So he's already eclipsed his first half total of 7 yards. Now he's got 8 yards in the second half.
He starts turning it on now. And we got a penalty flag before the snap. And I think
looks
this
like
is
an alignment issue
Yep.
in the Holmen defense across the line.
So West Salem gets a gift. First down at the 41. Friday Night Lights.
Nothing better.
Yeah, anywhere across Midwest, you're going to see lights up in these parks. LaFleur, oh, he gets tackled in the backfield for a big loss.
That's Drake Shams.
He came in, nobody touched Shams. He comes up with a big sack.
And I thought LaFleur was going to be able to escape the pressure, and a great job by Shams to get a hold of his ankle and drop him for a huge loss. Loss of 10 on the play.
And I think mostly he got the whole shoestring there.
Whatever you got to take him down by, it all counts.
We're calling that a 10-yard loss. So 2nd down and 20. They load up the left side with wide receivers. LaFleur looking that way on a little screen. It goes to Roberts. Cuts it back inside for a modest gain. And we got a West Salem Panther down. Oh, he's rolling a little bit. That's
Dawson Frydenland.
Yeah, looking a little
big
bit of pain there.
offensive lineman, senior.
They're checking on him. Hopefully he's all right. Our young man will game of the week.
Be dramatic. Give your kitchen a tasteful surprise, a custom designed backsplash from Interior Designs. Enjoy the beauty of ceramic tile framed by your cabinetry. Designs that are not just easy on the eye, but easy to maintain as well. Whether you have a taste for porcelain, stone, glass, or metal, Our menu of designs can cover it all. Add beauty and value to your home. See our design specialists at Interior Designs, Holmen Drive, Holmen.
From Interior Designs.
Pillow Pack, a new option available at West Salem, Sparta, and community health pharmacies to package your medications and vitamins.
This is the ultimate means of managing multiple prescriptions. Pillow Pack eliminates the work, worry, and confusion you've had in the past. Card packaging is also available. The pharmacies provide free delivery or mail-outs on all prescriptions. The Sparta location also provides free delivery from their grocery department.
Health Mart Pharmacies, caring for you and about you.
I was still checking out our young man on the field. Did get a notice at halftime. It's Central 16, Toma 7. And at halftime also, Aquinas leads Fenimore 27-7.
The big news out of the Central game is
Jordan Davis.
Jordan Davis has come out of the game.
Yeah.
Got a notice from Craig Otto.
Hopefully he's all right. Wow. Well, tomorrow, UWL hosts Concordia. A 1 o'clock kickoff. Mike Schmitz and his version of the Eagles for 2019 hitting the field.
I heard an interview that Mike Schmidt was given the other day, and he and his coaching staff got the opportunity to go to training camp with the Green Bay Packers for a few days.
Oh, really?
Matt LaFleur and their coaching staff. And
you know, those kind of experiences, you know, and you go way back when, you know, the Saints had training camps in the lacrosse UWL, you know, they pick up a lot of different things that the pros do that they brought into the college ranks.
The Bears would have their practices at Platteville.
Yep.
And
the Cheese League.
Yep.
Had all that going on. You know, and those were great days to have those teams in these areas.
And it's an opportunity, you know, as a fan to go check out some NFL guys. You know,
absolutely.
Not far away.
See some of the stars that were out there.
Looks like they're going to get him up, help him up here. Dawson Frydenland, good to see him up and about. Senior offensive lineman. Big round of applause for him and a couple of teammates.
Yeah, he's really
come to help him out. He's really favoring that right leg.
Exactly.
And you hate to see this with anybody.
Well, these Holmen Vikings next week, they are traveling to La Crosse Central. And they got Toma. And right in the middle of the season, they take on a tough Stevens Point team. They're not backing off on who they're playing this year.
And that's that single game in the middle of the conference schedule that now is a non-conference game with Aquinas leaving the Mississippi Valley Conference.
West Salem, what they've got up in the next couple of weeks, they got Lake Mills, a non-conference game at home.
There's their version of it.
Yep. And then they play La Crosse Logan, Sparta, and they continue on in the conference after that. So we got a third down, and we'll call it 18. And LaFleur out of the shotgun.
Blitz up the middle. Oh, almost intercepted. What a dangerous pass.
Boy, he was trying to get it out there to Roberts. It was a little off the mark.
Went in and out of the hands of Sam Barnett. I thought he was going to grab it and maybe turn it the other way for 6. Very fortunate to be punting in this situation.
So Lados will do the punting. David Lados, and he's punting to Justin Jones. A big rush. Whoa, a boom and spiral. At the 24-yard line, Jones got a blocker. Gets a corner. He's at the 30. Up to the 45.
You saw that too, Adam Quam. I'm not going to block him in the back. My hands are straight up in the air. I've never seen it that blatant. I'm not going to commit a penalty.
And the head official said something to him. I don't know what it was, but you're not going to get called for that penalty, kid.
Trust me, you're good.
That was a nice return. Brings it back to the 46-yard line. It just looks so comical.
That was the moment of levity for the evening.
Here's Weber rolling out deep in his backfield, going to pass. Good thing he just tossed it out of there. Looking for Novella.
First incompletion for Cameron Weber. He's 2 out of 3. Had those 2 completions to his tight end Elson during that 97-yard drive to end the first half. And Elson split out wide now. A little bit of a different look.
Now he is their favorite receiver. So 2nd down and 10. Holden on the left side. He's got a little running room, about 9 yards, close to the first down.
Going to be about a yard short. You're right, 9 yards.
Marking at about the 45, so less than a yard for the first down.
Unofficially, I had Brett Holden 11 carries, 45 yards, and a touchdown in the first half, up to 54 yards now. Just over 4 yards per carry.
A little down and out pass. This one's over to Novella, and he's gobbled up short of the first down.
He had, it almost looked like he had the forward progress to begin with, but then he carried himself backwards, and it ended up being a no gain.
Well, double teaming on the tackle was McConkey and Severe. So it brings up 4th down, and the Vikings are going to go for it.
No surprise here.
Yeah, no, it isn't. But, they really liked running Holden up the middle. But West Salem's had some pretty good stops between the guards.
Blitz coming up the A-gap, and he's got some movement, and that's what they were looking to do. Encroachment is the call.
And Travis Kowalski was making that call along with the official right away, the head coach for Holmen. He says, there it is. So
sometimes you got to help him out,
Yeah, he made sure that the official saw what he saw. We're at 7:18 left in the third quarter. There's Abraham. Bounced off of one tackle. It's just so. That's where it's across the
times where same game.
Nice job on tip that one away.
Each guy had a good opportunity to get their mitts on the ball, but no one was able to come down with it.
Ball's at the 24-yard line. We saw a 40-yard field goal.
Week 1.
Out of Turner, yeah. So
I think it was officially 41 yards, and that's a bomb from a high schooler.
It is. Holden, he didn't get it. So now we got a 4th down. We'll see.
The wind is extremely still out there, it appears. This is...
Well, maybe they're not going to be looking at that.
I think they're looking 4-down territory, especially with the difficulty they've had in the kicking game tonight. Maybe the confidence level is not quite where it once was.
So Weber coming off the sidelines after you get a chance to talk to his head coach. What they want to do here. They've had a lot of success running the football.
They've had a couple of nice gains to Isaac Elson.
There goes back. Abraham looking to pass over the middle, and it's incomplete, almost intercepted. And West Salem picked up the football on downs. Wow, it was in and out of, I think, Severe's hands.
Well, and that's for the benefit of the Panthers that he dropped that ball. They would have lost field position. One of the things my grandpa taught me when I was about 5 years old is that if you're ever playing defense and it's 4th down, don't intercept it.
That's good advice.
Because it's just as good as a punt then.
Hey, one of our sponsors tonight is Advanced Cargo in West Salem. Whether you need something sent next door or around the world, Advanced Cargo of West Salem can do it. Advanced Cargo, a proud sponsor of West Salem Athletics. Go Panthers from Advanced Cargo tonight. So 1st and 10. And we got a whistle before the play gets going.
I don't think everybody was set for the Panthers. We got a false start.
Yep, exactly.
It was one of the wide receivers on the far side that was the offender.
4:37 left in the third quarter. We have an 18-7 lead by the Holmen Vikings. Vikings, Onalaska, Central, the teams they talk about, they think would be in the thick of the race for the championship of the MVC. But you never know. Teams like West Salem playing good ball tonight.
It's the most top-heavy this conference has maybe ever been. So you can't forget about Sparta either.
No, oh, Sparta, definitely. Sparta's probably got the inside track on them all. Derek Roberts with a carry.
Looks like he got a whole lot of nothing on that one. The yard marker has not moved, really.
2nd down and long.
It's an underappreciated job, the chain gang.
Yeah, you get right up there. You got to pay attention to what you're doing if you're on that.
Every single play, you know. And I used to officiate a lot of like junior high football games.
Mm-hmm.
And usually they'd have, you know, some random 6th grader holding the chain gang, and I'd have to, you know, try and rein them in. Be like, all right, you need to make sure you're marking it properly.
LaFleur airing it out. He's got a man open, and it's Barney all the way out at the 45-yard line bringing that one in. I don't know how he got that wide open.
26 yards on the reception. That's his 3rd catch of the night. Got a total of 49 yards on those 3 catches. That's a big one.
It was. Justin Barney open, and LaFleur did a nice job of getting it to him. So it was a 3rd down and about 15, and they get the 1st down out of it.
That's a big conversion, and maybe West Salem can ride that momentum into even more of a drive here.
Coming our way.
Speaking of the
track coach there, and he was at one point at Central Michigan. And Central Michigan's got their hands full tomorrow.
Yes, they do. And probably their biggest football alumnus recently has been in the headlines for the wrong reasons lately, Antonio Brown.
You know, I'm not sure what's he been up to.
All of his issues with, he gotten a heated argument with Mike Mayock, their general manager. He had the helmet grievance with the NFL. It's a bit of a head case, but, you know, it's a talented head case.
He's the one with the football helmet.
Yes, he is. He even showed up to practice with his old Steelers helmet sprayed silver in Oakland.
Oh, there's LaFleur slipped one tackle on the missed handoff there. Missed center snap. So it'll bring up 4th down after a loss back to the 40.
You know, that's about one of the most impressive 5-yard losses I've seen. You know, LaFleur could have very easily just fallen on it and given up, but he managed to salvage some extra yardage and get it back to somewhat near the original line of scrimmage.
So it's 4th down now and 13. Lados will punt. Jones is deep. And these Holmen Vikings really putting on the pressure. Again, a nice spiral and takes a big West Salem bounce.
You know, I could watch David Latos punt all day.
Very nice one, wasn't it?
It was a beautiful spiral. I was watching him in warm-ups, like I said, and he was just booming these high, tight spirals. Good hang time, good distance. I wouldn't be surprised if he's getting some looks as a punter.
He puts it all the way down to the 9-yard line.
It's an underrated skill. You know, everyone is upset when the punter's on the field, but you got to have a good punter. Otherwise, you're going to be giving up really good field position way too often.
Well, it makes it tough on the Vikings, starting at their 9. Weber hands it off. And not much going on the right side of the line over the guards.
And a little bit slow to get up is Jaden Abraham. And they're calling for somebody to take care of him. Well, looks like he's going to stay in. I'm a little bit surprised there.
Pick up about a yard.
So I don't like to speculate, but I mean looked like he was grabbing at his helmet and all the concerns with head injuries.
Holden with it, and this Panther defense being tough. So Holden gets maybe 40 more yards. So we'll call it 3rd and we'll probably call it 3rd and 6 anyway. Cameron Weber checking with his sidelines. Get the call.
15 carries, 71 yards on the night for Brett Holden.
Doing this all without a huddle. And Holden gets it again, and he's going to be short of the first down. Probably going to get a rare punt out of these Vikings.
I believe it'll only be the second one of the night.
Well, I got a 4th down and about 4. And that brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter. So the Vikings got a chance to talk this one over on the sidelines. 18-7, Holmen leading West Salem. We'll be back after this on the KQEG High School Game of the Week.
From the bluffs to the river, surround yourself with
knowledge,
competition, the arts,
friendships.
Surround yourself with distinction.
Surround yourself with UW Lacrosse.
Premier Spine Health and Injury in Holmen has opened a new state-of-the-art chiropractic facility in Holmen. They offer a specialized exam and specific plan to deal with your pain.
Whiplash, concussions, TMJ, carpal tunnel, even headaches and migraines. We work to relieve the pain caused by these symptoms so that you can get back to doing the things that you love.
Set up an appointment today. Your first visit is only $39 and it's donated to the charity of your choice. Call or stop by Holmen's Premier Chiropractic Office, Premier Spine Health and Injury at 814 Main Street in Holmen.
4th down punt coming up for the Vikings, deep in their own territory. And it's a line drive, takes a hop back to midfield. And good coverage by the Vikings, dropping them down at about the 45.
And that's Sam Barnett making the play. Junior linebacker, also on the punt team.
Jack Haley with the return.
We'll put that in quotation marks, the return.
Yeah. Dropped him pretty quick. Hey, one of our sponsors tonight is Citizen State Bank. Time to dump your bank? Make the switch to Citizen State Bank and discover why they are considered one of the top banks in the nation and one of the best cultures in the industry. Citizen State Bank, an experience like no other, with locations in Onalaska and La Crosse. So West Salem, finding themselves down by 11, have a 1st and 10 at their own 45. And a block.
Nice play.
Yeah. Block pass.
Jaden Nesseth making the play.
And Nesseth, I believe he's coming off an all-conference performance last year.
Jaden Nesseth always has been a star on the defensive line. As a defensive lineman, you are taught You know, I played defensive end when I played football. You are taught if you can't get to the quarterback and you see him rear back to throw, get your arms up in the air. That's one of the first things you do. I had long arms. I knocked down a few passes in my day.
Well, the ball carried by LaFleur, and he was tackled. Nice, solid tackle there by Barnett.
Good run there. Little play action run. Fake the handoff up the middle, and he had quite a bit of real estate in front of him.
Brings up a 3rd and 5. Ball has to get just past the 45-yard line for a first down. Latos split wide to the right, alongside of him is Justin Barney. Fleur looking to the left, and it's caught. So
Nice
they marked
play.
that. Yeah.
I think he's going to be about a yard short. That's Austin Sevier.
That was a 4th down play, and
That was 3rd down.
third?
Now it's 4th.
All right. 4th and less than a yard.
A blanket coverage there on Austin Sevier. He was able to come down with that one. It's a tough catch.
So you're in the 4th quarter. You're down by 11.
This is go for it time.
It is. West Salem's going to take a timeout with that. With that timeout, I'll tell you a little bit about Pizza Corral at Holmen. It should be your favorite pizza place. They have old family recipes, pizza sauce on original or pan crust, locally ground sausage, and Pizza Corral does not skimp on the toppings. Try their all-you-can-eat noon pizza buffet. Their roasted chicken is the best. Dine in or carry out, or they deliver. Make it Pizza Corral in Holmen. Well, I've been there. I'm sure you have.
Oh, I have, absolutely. My personal favorite is they call it the Lenny's.
Okay.
It's a meat lovers.
Oh, they're really loaded up?
Oh, it's loaded.
Yeah, I was amazed how much pizza you get.
Oh, yeah.
There's a big portions.
I've never done the buffet, though.
I can't say I have either, but, I love pizza buffets.
Yeah.
You can just sample a lot of different things. So 4th down you got here looking for the Panthers and about a yard.
The place I grew up in Wapaka had a pizza buffet on Monday nights, a place called the Wheelhouse, and they had the best taco pizza I've ever had in my life.
Oh, taco pizza's good.
I love a good taco pizza. Pizza Corral makes a really good one, too.
Here we go. LaFleur takes a snap, hands off to Roberts, and he's got it. All power straight ahead, and he got the generous block from his line.
That's one of those plays where you just got to count on your guys to make the play. Everybody knows what's coming. 4th and 1, Therick Roberts, strong running back, power back, and the offensive line came through.
I think I got to give credit to Trevor Troush. Big kid in the line there at number 55. He's 6'4", 250, and that's where Roberts went. So 1st down for the Panthers to keep this drive alive. Here's Roberts again. He had a little bit of a
messy exchange there.
Exactly.
It's like they couldn't quite get the handoff to gel.
So no gain on the play. 2nd down. Ball lying in the 44-yard line. These Holmen Vikings, they got a great crowd here that came to watch
absolutely.
this game.
And, if you look across the way, there's a pretty big West Salem contingent. I know it's not far to get here from West Salem, but they travel well. They got their cheerleaders across the way on the track.
Student section is full.
It's packed.
Airing it out down the sidelines. All the way down about the 15-yard line. I think it was Sevier. I think was the intended receiver on that far side of the field.
Yes, it was.
And I think Justin Jones was the defender.
I've told you about this before, but 2 or 3 seasons ago I was here broadcast by myself, and the fog rolled in the early third quarter.
Yeah.
There was, you could not see Sparta on the other sideline. They weren't there. That pass, we would have had no idea who was intended for.
Wow.
It was unbelievable. It came in. By about the end of the fourth quarter, it had dissipated some, but it was pretty bad.
Oh, tip football. Picked off. Vikings have it. And running up midfield all the way down to the 35-yard line, and a flag comes in at the end of it. Dylan Westcott with a pick.
And he is pretty charged up coming off the field.
Well, he should be.
Kudos from his teammates.
That was a drive that was working for the Panthers, and a miscue there on the pass as it got tipped. And we're waiting for the call on the flag on the field. It's a face mask on top of this against the Panthers.
You know, the student section doing kind of a whiteout tonight, it looks like, but the student section jumping up and down after that. You could feel the press box moving here.
Isn't that cool?
It's not quite Wisconsin Badger jump around, but it's
a mini version.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. Ball was taken back all the way to the 20-yard line. So Westcott puts his team in great field position.
Especially after the penalty tacking on the personal foul.
.8:49 left in this contest, and there's time out of the field. We'll take a break. It's 18-7. Holmen leading West Salem. Back right after this on the KQEG High School Game of the Week.
You want barbecue, but she doesn't? What do? Hi, Jerry here at Big Boar Barbecue. We know not everyone wants barbecue. That's why we feature so much more, like our fried chicken, Philly steak sandwich, meatloaf, great burgers, salads, wraps, and more. So keep peace in the family. Stop in and try something from our extensive menu. It's so much cheaper than a divorce. Big Boar and more. Highway 16 West Salem.
Just come on down for the best food in town at Big Boar Barbecue.
Yeah, it's a mouthful. You want barbecue?
You know that Boyer's is a small family business.
That doesn't mean it's not fully staffed. Here's our sales department.
Purchasing department.
Delivery and setup.
Warehouse crew.
Quality control.
Advertising.
We've got the best in sales, service, and selection.
Come on down and check out Boyer's Furniture.
1st and 10 at the 20 for the Vikings after the interception by Dylan Westcott. And these Panthers leading by, West Salem trailing 18-7. And a run down to the corner just shy of the goal line, and that's Weber.
It's the biggest gain of the night for Cameron Weber.
I think he fooled a lot of people out there.
.52 yards on 7 carries for Cameron Weber.
1st and goal from the 3. So you got Holden down in a 4-point stance. Got Abraham over here on the far side, actually, as a wideout.
Last time they had this formation, it was a run up the middle for Brett Holden, and they did it again.
Shy of the touchdown.
The 4 wide receivers are merely a decoy. Holden really didn't get much of anything on that run.
Got picked pretty quick in the backfield. So 2nd down. Scoreboard still calling it 3.
It's probably about right. Got a whistle and a timeout.
Timeout. We've got 8:16 left in the contest. Another one of our sponsors this evening is the West Salem Pharmacy, your Health Mart pharmacy. It can help you keep your medications straight with their pillow pack. All your meds in one plastic wrap container, one for each day. West Salem Pharmacy, caring for you and about you, with locations in Sparta, La Crosse, And they're located on Highway 16 in West Salem. We got a player down, so we got an injury timeout on the field. West Salem coming into this contest, we're coming in with 2 losses in the non-conference schedule. Holmen was 1-1 with a win over Chippewa Falls and losing to Menominee in game number 2. West Salem lost to GET and to Ellsworth.
My freshman and sophomore years of college, my roommate was from Ellsworth. It was the first time I had ever heard of Ellsworth.
Oh, really?
It's on the western portion of the state, kind of by River Falls.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to point it real quick on the map, but I've
No, I'd have
certainly
to
heard of
dig
it.
a little bit, but it's
Certainly
in
heard
the
of it.
River Falls vicinity. It's about the best I can give you geographically. West Salem playing Lake Mills next week. They're playing the Onalaska Hilltoppers tonight.
Other games around the area, Sparta's at Logan, Central at Toma. Fenimore was trailing Aquinas at halftime, 27-7. That's at UWL. Mineral Point is at Onalaska Luther. Bangor, ranked number 1 in Division 7, I believe it is.
And in the third quarter, Bangor leads Hillsboro 57-6.
Wow.
Third quarter, Logan trailing Sparta 26-16. Lake Mills leading Onalaska 24-15.
That's a little bit of a surprise.
Update to the third quarter, Aquinas 33, Fenimore 13. And Caledonia victorious on the Minnesota side of things, 42-7. That's no surprise. Coming into this season with the nation's longest winning streak of 54 games. Now I think they're up to 57.
I wasn't aware of that.
Longest winning streak in the entire nation.
Incredible.
Any high school program.
But what a program they got over there.
It's unbelievable to see them every single year. They're playing in the state title game.
A young man for West Salem getting up and walking to the sideline all on his own, which is good to see. So it's second down and goal, about the 3-yard line. As we've talked about this is an area they just use Holden, and he's the backfield, and they pitch it off to Abraham, and his speed cuts it up and in. Jaden Abraham from 3 yards out gets his third touchdown of the evening.
That's right, third time he's reached the end zone, second on the ground. Had a 7-yard score in the first half, but he had that 85-yard kickoff return to start the game.
Well, and that was all speed. He came around that corner, cut it back up. He saw an opening, followed his blocker, and he went. Extra point attempt coming up.
Brecken Turney looking to redeem himself. That looks way better.
It does.
And it's down the middle.
And with that, it makes it 25-7. We've got 8 minutes and 7 seconds left in the contest. Jaden Abraham, boy, this young man was really grown in his last couple years in high school, and they like him out there. And tonight, make a little bit of a statement to take a look at him for all conference.
Got a score update from our former colleague Adam Roberts over in Sparta. 39-16, Sparta has taken the lead. 32 unanswered points over the Logan Rangers.
I tell you, Sparta is putting out a team this year.
And that's Cole Wisniewski. Has he now? I'm not 100% sure. Has he completely committed to a college program? I know he was being considered by several Division I programs.
I don't know if he's made a commitment or not.
I want to
You
say
would think he would.
It was North Dakota State, one of those two.
Could be Turner with a high end-over-end kick, taken at the 24. Look out, around the corner he goes. Got a little bit of speed and across midfield. Nice return for the Panthers.
It is North Dakota State. I thought that's what it was.
Jack Healy with a return.
So another great recruit for North Dakota State. The premier FCS program.
Yeah.
Seth Wilson, former Holmen Viking running back. I think he's entering his senior year there.
Well, last year he got in the national championship game. Guys got hurt, and he got in there and he started.
That's right. One of my classmates' little brothers, Brock Jensen, was their quarterback for 3 years.
There's a first down play. Spin. Picks up about 5 yards. Knocked out of bounds on the far side of the field. I think that was McConkey.
That is first we've seen McConkey carry the ball in the second half. Give him a gain of 5.
Score stands 25-7. Holmen Vikings leading the West Salem Panthers. Down about 7 minutes left in this game. And McConkey, boy, that was a hard run. He picks up 10, maybe 12 yards on the play. So first down at the 38-yard line.
Give him 9 on that one. Mineral Point all over Onalaska Luther, 59-14 final score. Going to the fourth quarter, Central with a 24-7 lead over Toma. Again, Jordan Davis leaving that game. Hopefully nothing serious.
So no gain on the play on the first down run. Started off kickoff, it was 73 degrees. Haven't lost much of that. Nice little slanting pattern over to David Latos.
He's going to get a first down.
He does. Down about the 25-yard line. Just a simple little slant pattern, he was there.
Give him a gain of 13 on the play. His second catch of the night.
Latos, good target for him at 6'3". And
I was going to say 7'3".
Yeah, 7'3", yeah.
That'd be a heck of a target.
At the end of the play, LaFleur getting up, holding his hip, and there's a flag. Boy, Carl, we've seen quite a few face mask penalties tonight and horse collars. Another one.
Unofficially, LaFleur tonight, 7 out of 15, 84 yards, 1 interception. That'll give the Panthers even better field position. That's the basic face mask penalty, 5-yard version. Yeah, to use a term from Terry Erickson, garden variety.
Oh, does he say that?
Yes, he does.
So now we come up with a second down and 3. And LaFleur hung on to the football, and he doesn't fool the Vikings. He's trapped and dropped for a loss.
That's Nick Mertz, the senior defensive lineman, coming through, number 36. Dropping LaFleur for a couple-yard loss. Call it a loss of 3.
Ball goes back to the 21. It's Art Fay along with Carl Greenfield. We've got Luke on camera tonight. Beautiful night for football. Actually, a great weekend for football.
Supposed to maybe get some precipitation on Sunday, but
it can do it then. And we got a whistle before the pass gets off and a flag. They're going to call illegal motion procedure against the Vikings. So the penalty moves it back, making it 3rd down and 11 at the 26. The other game that KQEG is covering tonight is La Crosse Aquinas hosting Fenimore. And early indications are that the Blue Golds will come up with a win.
it's been so many years since the Blue Golds have been able to have any sustained success, and so it's good to see them have that opportunity this year.
You know, Sam Barnett knocked that one down.
It's a nice play.
It is, you know, and we've been saying Barnett's name quite a bit tonight. He's having a nice defensive game.
He's been all over the place.
So that brings up a 4th down. And with just inside of 4 minutes left in the game, the Panthers are going to be going for this.
This is pretty much the, you know, I don't want to put a sealant on the game, but, if West Salem's unable to convert, it's going to be extremely tough for them to come back and win this one.
It's kind of like Wayne Larrabee's the dagger.
It's not quite a dagger, I don't think.
Well, pass out to the flat, and Sevier can't bring it in. So that turns over on downs to the Holmen Vikings.
Intended for Justin Barney. You know, Justin Barney plays bigger than the 5'9", 160 he's listed at.
He's tough.
Tough young man.
You know, he's so versatile.
He's very skilled, played a lot of quarterback. Split time with Joe Wopat last year, but now he's playing wide receiver.
1st and 10. Pitch goes back to Abraham, and he finds a little bit of the corner, and he puts his knee down. He just wasn't going to go anywhere. So no gain on the play.
Smart play there to just preserve yourself.
Well, and also you staying in bounds so the clock keeps going. So no gain on the play, but time off the clock. You know, that's good coaching that Abraham knew that was what he should do.
Well, and Travis Kowalski descended from a line with Steve King.
Oh, yeah.
Can't really beat that.
King coaching.
From a coaching standpoint.
Yep, assistant coach at UWL now. Abraham again cuts it back up. This time he gets a few yards, and another flag from way back.
That's one of the best throws of the night.
Kind of looked like a badminton birdie coming back.
Right.
Haven't seen there it is, the face mask again.
My goodness, it's
lots of face masks.
Been a point of emphasis tonight.
It really
like
has.
To say.
And there's a short one. So the penalty makes it 2nd down and a yard.
Abraham gained 4 before he got his face mask touched. Now we're under 3 minutes here.
There's Holden. He's got the yardage. Wrapped up McConkey, bringing him down. And that 1st down really makes it tough on the Panthers now with 2:46 left.
Somebody around us here I can smell it. They've got that Buggins spray.
Oh, really?
It's got that very unique smell to it. It works, though.
That's for the bugs?
Yeah. Keeps away gnats really well.
So first down. And Weber going to keep this one. He pitches at the last minute. They string it out. No gain on the play. Now, this West Salem team is not a pushover. They're going to give people fits this year.
Realistically, they're one of the best winless teams you're going to find. No, their record does not indicate how talented they are. I've been really, impressed tonight with the play of Noah LaFleur, only a sophomore.
He did a nice job. It's just going to get better and better. Here's a pitch to Novella.
He had the one blemish on his record of the interception, but realistically that was kind of a 50-50 ball that bounced out of his receiver's hands.
So the Vikings will take as much time as they can off the clock as it moves towards 1 minute. The third down and 7. This is Holden going straight ahead, and he'll be stopped at the 45-yard line.
Took a long time to blow that whistle.
It did.
I guess that's a testament to Brett Holden.
Yeah, I don't.
Being able to keep the legs churning.
Yep, I don't think the Vikings need to snap it again. Fourth down. And I really don't think they need to snap it.
I think we've got
potentially
one more.
Yeah, he's going to watch the backfield judge. He's got down to 9 seconds. Just may let him go. Oh, they call a timeout. He did call a timeout. Oh, that's it. No, he didn't. Let it go. They let it go. So Cameron Weber watching the backfield judge watch the time run off the clock. And the Holmen Vikings come up with a win. 25-7 over the West Salem Panthers. They move now to 2-1 of the year. They're 1-0 in the Mississippi Valley. Did a nice job in tonight's contest. And started all off with Jaden Abraham running one back on the opening kickoff, 85 yards.
Really set the tone for
really
tonight's game. Now, West Salem did hold a brief 7-6 lead after the
first
touchdown
quarter,
pass from LaFleur to Sevier. One of the best catches you're going to ever see. Back shoulder right on the front pylon. Triple coverage.
Yeah.
But that was kind of the lone bright spot here for the West Salem Panthers. Their defense held their own against a very good running game of the Holmen Vikings, but it just kind of proved to be too much, and the Vikings were able to come out, and they pretty much dominated from wire to wire.
They do. Players are going to be making their way for the Holmen Vikings over to the sidelines, and they'll be doing their, what is it called? The Holmen
Creed?
The Holmen Creed. Here, once all the guys get done with shaking hands with the West Salem Panthers. It's a nice tradition that they've got out here.
They get right in front of the student section. Like I said, the student section tonight doing a whiteout, it appears. I always like to see that, some unity out of the student section, having fun. I think maybe it was the last time we were here, or sometime last season, it was Jersey night. And they were all wearing various basketball, football, baseball jerseys out in the student section. Just to have some sort of a theme to it, I think that's a lot of fun. And best wishes to Dawson Freidenland, who left the game earlier with an apparent right leg injury. Hopefully he heals up quickly for the West Salem Panthers. He's very talented offensive lineman.
Now these Vikings happy with the win, first one in the MVC. Just take one at a time, and as we said, they got a long season ahead of them. They've got La Crosse Central next at UWL.
And here we go with the Holmen Creed.
I think they're waiting for their managers to make it over too. I guess not. Here we go. There you have it. We'll wrap up the broadcast with that.
Can't say it any better than that.
No. So for Luke on camera, Carl Greenfield, this is Art Fay, a 25-7 win for the Vikings over the West Salem Panthers. Thank you for joining us tonight on the KQEG High School Game of the Week.
You've been watching the KQEG TV High School Game of the Week. Tonight's game featured the West Salem Panthers and the Holmen Vikings. The KQEG TV High School Game of the Week is made possible by our sponsors, like Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning. Your comfort is their business on Southwest 2nd Avenue in Onalaska. Citizen State Bank, a banking experience like no other, with locations in La Crosse and Onalaska. Schumacher Kish Cremation and Funeral Services in La Crosse, La Crescent, and Onalaska. Boyer's Furniture, quality furniture at affordable prices on South Avenue, La Crosse. American Family Insurance and your agent in West Salem, Jim Quinn. Advance Cargo, shipping locally and around the world in downtown West Salem. Union State Bank of West Salem, where customers and community come first. The University of Wisconsin-La Crosse, surround yourself with distinction. Surround yourself with UWL. Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill on Leonard Street in historic downtown West Salem. Allied Cooperative in Toma, West Salem, and Arcadia. Big Boar Barbecue. For the best barbecue, make it Big Boar Barbecue on Highway 16, West Salem. West Salem Pharmacy, your Health Mart pharmacy, caring for you and about you. Highway 16, West Salem. Pizza Corral. Round up the family and head for Pizza Corral in Holmen. Interior Design. Flooring or cabinets for your home or office at Interior Design in Holmen. And Premier Spine Health and Injury. Get back in the game with Premier Spine Health and Injury in Holmen. Thanks for watching high school football on KQEG TV and KQEGTV.com.